Hi, I'm Karen, and today I'm here in the Brown Canyon parking area, and I'm hiking the Pomona Mine Trail. From this parking area, you actually have to first hike the lower Brown Canyon Trail, and then when that trail ends in about 3 miles, pick up the Pomona Mine Trail for 1.5 miles. But first I'm going to take a little detour and walk by the Brown Canyon Ranch, and then we'll pick up the lower Brown Canyon Trail at that point. We're starting at an elevation of about 5,100 feet, and the first 3 miles is relatively flat with only a gain of about 400 feet. At the Pomona Mine Trail, it gets a lot steeper. That last 1.5 miles has a 1,600 foot elevation gain and ends up at 7,100 feet at the top. On we go. Somebody got that big monster up here. I have no idea. Unless they brought it piece by piece. I don't know. Well, and there's the tunnel back there, but I have absolutely no desire to check out that tunnel. So I'm gonna stay here. I think I'm just a big baby, but I don't like mine sites. And so there's the best view that I'm getting. The last 1/4 mile or so that I'm going to start heading back on, there must be about a 500 foot elevation gain in that 1/4 mile. It might be 1/3 of a mile, but it's very steep. It's about the steepest thing I've hiked on or walked up since I've been doing these hikes. So just be prepared for that. It was too steep to use poles coming up, but I'll definitely have my poles out heading down, and hopefully not end up on my rear end too many times as I kind of slip and slide on my way down that hill. It's been a nice hike. It was definitely the right weather for it, 50s, 60s, and because it's winter, it's in December now, the angle of the sun is pretty low, so you actually have more shade than you would earlier or later in the year. Okay, well I did just take my first slip on my rear, and I'm only 100 yards on the trail. So it's gonna be, this next 1/4 mile is gonna be a long, slow slog. I'm most pleased to say that I only slipped and fell on my rear 2 times. I was thinking maybe I'd go down 4 or 5 times, but it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it would be. So now I have a nice Pretty quick walk back to the trailhead. Hey, Jay. Salt was not on the trail when I went up. Could be a little too big for a rabbit. It could be I don't know. I don't know anything about this sort of thing. Interesting though, you can see where it was licked clean. Wow. Quick sum up of the hike today. We did almost 9 miles, and the Pomona Mine Trail though was just 3 miles round trip. But in order to get to that 3-mile Pomona Mine Trail, we had to go, we went to the Brown Canyon Ranch and went around and took the lower Brown Canyon Trail to the Pomona Mine Trail start. It was really a decent day for it. My safety tip for the day is to consider the weather, but also consider the seasons that you're hiking in. Because this is almost winter, it's mid-December right now, the sun is low in the sky, and so there was really a lot more shade than there might have been at any other time of the year. Altogether, from the Brown Canyon Trailhead up to the Pomona Mine, there was a 2,000-foot elevation gain. We started here around 5,100 feet and went up to 7,100 feet. And that's about all. There's not much shade in this Brown Canyon parking area, so I had to kind of come over here to the side. Also because there's a big pickup truck there just idling right next to my car, and that didn't make for a very pleasant sound. At any rate, it was a very nice hike. Perfect weather in the high 50s, and I hope you'll join me next week for another hike. See ya!